Hi, welcome to Titan News Weekly. I'm Lincoln Clues.
And I'm Cole Pranger.
And first up, we'll have Nelson and Lane with the weather.
Hi, I'm Nelson Frankie.
And I'm Lane Espinal.
Today we're going to be talking about the weather. For Saturday, February 4th, it's going to be a high of 41 with a low of 37.
Sunday is going to be 44 with a low of 28.
Monday is going to be a high of 30 with a low of 12.
Tuesday is going to be a high of 21 and a low of 16.
Wednesday is going to be a high of 28 and a low of 22.
Thursday is going to be a high of 33 and a low of 25.
Friday is going to be a high of 34 and a low of 19.
Saturday is going to be a high of 29 and a low of 20.
Sunday is going to be high of 27, low of 18.
That's your weather.
Thanks for the weather, Lane and Nelson. Now we'll move on to lunch with Dawson Gerlach.
Hello and welcome to this third episode of the Titans News Weekly. Today I'll be telling you what we are having for lunch this week. For Monday the 27th, we'll be having a burrito, refried beans, peaches, and milk. For Tuesday the 28th, scallop, potatoes, and ham, a whole grain pretzel, and cheese, broccoli, mandarin oranges, milk. Wednesday the 29th, we'll be having a meatball sub, corn, pears, and milk. For Thursday the 30th, we'll be having spaghetti, a whole grain breadstick, green beans, a banana, and milk. For Friday the 31st, we'll be having a hot dog on a whole grain bun, tri-taters, applesauce, and milk. And for breakfast that whole week, the 27th, we'll be having breakfast pizza. The 28th, a mini donut. 29th, a skillet frittata. The 30th, a breakfast round. And the 31st, a waffles. Thank you for listening, and we will be on to the next clip.
Thanks for watching Lunch with Dawson. Now it will be questions for kids and high schoolers.
How are you
Is water
today?
wet?
Yes.
He said yes. I agree with him. Is water wet? The little kid said yes.
What?
So the little kid said yes.
The little kids are.
If a plane crashed between the borders of the United States and Canada, where would the survivors be buried?
Where were they from?
The United States.
In the United States.
They're survivors, they wouldn't be buried. If a plane landed on the border between the United States and Canada, where would the survivors be buried?
They're all survivors. They're not going to be buried.
Good job. If a plane crashed on the border between the United States and Canada, where would the survivors be buried?
I don't know where they died.
They're survivors, they didn't die. Thanks for watching that, and then we'll go to world events with Dylan and Jesse.
Alright, so it's a new month, new year, new decade. Everyone had high expectations coming into this year. Well, they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because the world's ending. So, in China, we got the Black Plague, the new coronavirus about to wipe out the entire humanity. It's gonna be lit. And in Australia, it's gone. It's on fire. It's an ashtray. It's a volcano. It's not there. But the most sad news of my lifetime in the history of events ever to come.
Bryant. The
has
Black
died.
Mamba.
The face of the NBA, the man, the myth, the Black Mamba, is no longer with us.
Sad news. Him and his daughter and 7 other people dead in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. Sad news. Sad news.
Can't be real.
No, I didn't believe it at first. When I first got the message. So
Yeah. One of my friends called me and he's like, "Hey, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash." I was probably like, "Well, more fake news." And then my phone blew up and I'm like, "Nah, this can't be real." Because I kind of idolized Kobe Bryant,
You texted me that too. Like,
yeah, I did text you. I was like, "Yo, Kobe's dead." Like it was a sad day for me. I'll be real with you. Because, I used to play basketball and I kind of idolized Kobe Bryant. Like, I tried to play like how he was. Never was, Mamba capability.
He had that Mamba mentality, though, like, that really inspired everyone.
But for Kobe Bryant, it was more than just basketball. The Mamba mentality applied to life.
Yes, life in general. Yes.
On the times when you're struggling the worst, you try harder.
Mm-hmm. But like, so don't get us wrong. I mean, Kobe's death was sad, but everyone on that helicopter crash too.
Yeah, we can't
Like,
just think about Kobe.
Yeah, like
You know,
they're
7 other people died too.
But like their families, and it's just sad that they all died, and knowing that they won't come back to their families is sad too. It's just,
The thing that's sad about Kobe Bryant is he was such an influential person, just worldwide.
and he was so close to his like family too. Like,
Yeah,
he
his
was a
friends,
great
family,
father.
like,
he was a
he-
great father.
And he impacted so many people too. Whether it was on the court or off the court, he was just like so motivational and inspiring to like globally, you know.
Mm-hmm. It was just like in the United States either. It was all around the world. Like China, everyone loved him. Everyone, because he just impacted a lot of people. So the Lakers and Clippers game was supposed to be today, but they postponed it because all the tragedy and stuff. So they're postponing it. They haven't announced when yet, but it's just been a sad time.
So on a positive note, it's only the first month of 2020, which means it can only get worse or get better. Let's hope for better, but I think it's gonna get worse.
Like everyone had high hopes of this new
to be
decade.
honest, I didn't really have high hopes. I kind of figured.
But like I knew everyone else did have high hopes, which is like, but then like the first week you hear about Australia, and then
Yeah, you hear about Australia, coronavirus,
Saturday,
Kobe Bryant,
yeah.
stock market's about to crash.
Yeah.
What's next?
just sad year so far.
Next thing you know, we're gonna get hit by an asteroid, zombie apocalypse, end of humanity. I'm predicting this in the next couple months. That being said, that's the end of 2020 world news. Move on to the next segment.
Thanks for that, Dylan and Jesse. Now we'll move on to our school weekly events with Charlie and Cole.
Welcome to the sports section of the Titan News Weekly. I'm Cole Larsch, joined by Charlie Preen. We're going to be recapping all the basketball games, wrestling meets, and telling you all the schedules, and so on with all the Mount Vernon Plankton activities.
So to start off the previous weeks, we've kind of been lagging behind here as a class, but we can talk about some of the things we have done. It's been a while since the last time we've been on here, but big things that have happened since then is Kobe Kaiser's crazy 38-point game. Very impressive. 11 for 16 from 3-point and 5 rebounds. Ended up getting the Midco Game Ball of the week. Very impressive numbers by him. A school co-op record for 3-pointers in the game. So, very impressive.
And with that, right now, we'll get to that in just a second. We're going to recap the Mount Vernon Plankton versus Redfield girls game, which I'm going to tell you right now was a very interesting game. Mount Vernon Lady Titans, they won 57-53 off of a 28-point performance by Emily Fox. She was 11 for 19 from the field, 2 for 5 from three-point land, and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Just box score, 18-17 at the end of the first quarter in favor of Redfield. They outscored us 18-8 in the second quarter. We outscored them 15-7 in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, we outscored them 17-10, equaling 57-53. Quick note, the Titans had a lead with about 1 minute to go in the first quarter and did not see that lead again until about 3 minutes left to go in the game, I believe. Pretty big comeback. At one point, they were down 14 points to a very good Redfield team, by the way. They were led by Kaylee Clausen with 27 points, 10 for 18 from the field, 6 for 9 rather from the three-point land, and 1 for 2 from free throw line. Just some stats here. Titans shot 37% from the field, 15 for 39 shooting, 4 for 12 from 3, 15 for 19 from the free throw line, which the Titans have been historically good at. Really, other than that, 19 turnovers were in the game that they had, so something they can really improve on there. They out-rebounded them 24-16. Offensive rebounds 14-6. 22 points in the paint for both teams. And so with that, we'll go to the boys Redfield game.
Boys game was a very good shooting game. As we said before, Kobe Kaiser ended with 38 points, 13 of 21 from field goal, 11 for 18 from three, or it says 18, but I believe that's 16. 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and played pretty much almost the whole game. Played pretty good on his end there. Also to lead the scoring was Riley Deinert with 13, Reed Russ with 4, and Nathan Hone also with 4. To lead Redfield in the scoring department was the Frankenstein kid. He had 12. Very good numbers by him also. Also, Shantz had a pretty good impact on the game too. Field goal percentage, we shot 51% from the field this week, or in this game. Also, as I said, really good shooting. We'll go by quarters here. The first quarter, we led 24-18 at the end of one. Then we ended up scoring 15 more, and then 16 and 16 again, holding them to 8 in the third quarter, which is very good defense by us. One thing we should kind of note quick is we had 19 personal fouls. That's a lot. Pretty good game by us. It was great to announce and get up there and do that for us. So that was
We
a
did
great
catch
game.
that. Charlie Perrine and Dawson Gerlach were the announcers for that game on the NFHS network. And we'll now get into the Mount Vernon Plankton versus Canton, which was a boys-only game in Canton. Caden Verley, I couldn't remember his name for a second, broke the all-time scoring record for Canton, so kudos to him. And he has the stats for that one.
Burley ended with 21, was 9 for 20 from the field goal, and 1 for 7 from 3. Very impressive night by him, as he could almost do anything with the ball he wanted to. Kaiser ended up with 14, 5 for 12 from field goal. Reed ended up with 10, and Deinert with 7. To kind of talk about the quarterly scoring here, Titans were tied at the end of one at 2. Canton kind of put a pretty big push on and put 20 up, and then basically it was downhill from there as we kind of just lost our footing, ended up losing 61-43. Field goal percentage from Canton was 43.6, pretty good shooting percentage from them also. This game we ended up having 24 turnovers, which is a lot of turnovers, but 12 too many for sure. And 15 personal fouls versus Canton's 13. Also, as I said, to lead the scoring was Verley, but also for them was Lance Teason with 18. Also to pitch in a little bit was Matt Langerock with 5.
And now on to the Mount Vernon Plankton versus Kimball White Lake girls basketball game. The Canton game was Thursday. This game was Friday. The final score, the Titans take it 51-36, led by Emily Fox with 15, 6 for 11 from shooting from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point land, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Caitlin Briggs and Reagan Cluse had 9, Maria Baker had 7, Hallie Schmidt had 6, Daisy Rahanic had 5 to round out the shooting. And for Kimball, Kennedy Leiferman led the way with 15 points, 6 for 15 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 3 for 5 from the free throw line rather. Some percentages here. Mount Vernon Plankton shot 42% on 16 for 39 shooting, 4 for 8 from the three-point line at a dead even 50%, 7 for 13 from the free throw line for 53.8%, out-rebounded them 23-22, 13 assists, 8 steals, 12 turnovers, 17 fouls. Titans move on to, at that time, would have been 7-3. And now for the Wagner games, the Mount Vernon Plankton girls take the Wagner game by
Pretty large margin.
quite a big margin. I don't know the exact score.
28, I want to say 26, 28, something in there.
Emily Fox had 18 and Hallie Schmidt had 17 to lead the way for the Titans in that game. Also, down in Wagner, the boys game kind of just came out a little flat, lost 54-50. I don't have exact stats, so I can't really tell you. I was just kind of going blindly through it here at this point.
Now we're going to preview the winter game. Also, we can talk about Shoot for a Cure, which is in Plankton on Friday against Winter. So, Winter girls, ranked number 1, very solid team all around. What are your thoughts on them?
I think they're a really good team, and they deserve to be number one. Just talking to Coach Christensen just a little bit on the bus ride home from Wagner, he said, what does he expect? And he said they're going to press just about constantly and then drop into a 2-3 extended zone. And what's his defensive strategy? He doesn't really know yet because everybody's just so hard to guard. So that one's going to be a really interesting game to see if the Titans can adapt to playing such a high-talented team.
It's a very good team, as we stated before. The Swedlund girl is one of the best basketball players in the state, in my opinion, and I think she's really going to show us what she has this week. But it'll be interesting to see how the Titans match up against this winter team, especially as you talked about this press in the zone that they throw at you, and it's so hard to adapt that fast. Let's talk about the boys. Boys are unranked for winter. I mean, they're not bad though.
They aren't bad. That just means they aren't a top 5 team. Which, I mean, when you look at it, the polls, you could put them anywhere, to be completely honest with you at this point. They should just make it a top 10 in my personal opinion, but that's, oh well. That should be a really fun game to watch as long as the Titans come out and don't have 20-plus turnovers. We should be in the game pretty good. So.
All right. So let's get on to the schedule this week, as today is Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday.
By the time you're seeing this, it'll probably be Friday. Just letting you know.
Probably. Anyways, we'll start on Thursday just in case we do get this pushed out on Thursday. January 30th, there's a junior high girls and boys basketball game at Armour.
Friday, which will be the 31st, is a doubleheader against Winter, as we said. The girls C JV varsity and the boys varsity will be in Plankington, and the boys C and JV games will be held in Mount Vernon. Times 4, 5, 6:30, 7:45.
Saturday, the 32nd.
32nd. February 1st.
Yeah, right. Never mind. February 1st. That's great.
That was good. That was good stuff.
Right. They don't even have those, do they? Anyways, Lane, cut that.
Cut.
Lane, cut that.
There's no such thing as January 32nd. We have to put that in a blooper reel.
We have to.
Blooper!
Dawson will find it.
Alright.
We gotta make sure we figure this out. Alright, Lane, just cut the video. And
No, just roll it. We'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah,
So
we'll
just
figure
start back at Saturday.
Alright. Saturday, February 1st, the boys junior high, there's a boys junior high tourney at Parkston and a girls junior high tourney at Corsica. Also on Saturday is wrestling at Wagner.
Monday, there's a boys junior high basketball game at Plankington versus Platte Geddes.
It would be, well,
February 5th, I believe.
5th, I believe, is Thursday.
Or the 6th, something there.
Yeah, something like that. Is a basketball doubleheader versus Hanson. Also a very good team, too. It'll be interesting to watch that. At Mount Vernon, the girls C, boys C, and the old gym that week.
And everybody else is at the new gym. And that wraps up the sports segment from Kolar's Charlie Preen. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching this edition of Titans News Weekly.